All right. Sorry about that interruption. And it's okay. It's okay to admit when you were wrong. It was absolutely a divinely timed. It was an insurance. It was an insurance thing. So nothing happens by chance. Everything happens for a reason. It's always nice to know when you're in good hands with insurance. When you're in good hands with insurance versus the people that we're supposed to serve and protect. That's what it is. Have we ever figured out who those judges were that took bribes? That's what it is. It's what it is. And I have a feeling, don't quote me on that, I have a feeling those are the people that have cursed themselves that are going to be looking. It's what it is. No one needs a healer until they're on their last moments, and it's what it is. There's nothing we can do about that. There's just nothing that we can do about that. They manifested it. Did they manifest instant healing? Did they do something before it was too late? Did they do something before it was too late? That's always going to be the question. Back down to the timeline. The top row is the 5D, moving through time, space, and then the 3D. Underneath intuition, we have upright families with wealth over top of. Yeah, they nurtured the wrong thing. It's what it is. Spirit is saying they're choosing love in the future. Everything on this side is the past. Everything on this side is the future outcomes. So intuition says they chose money before spirit. And then their prayers weren't answered. Then they got in their little upright karmic situations and they chose love with no worries. We'll see what their outcome is in the end, because underneath intuition is family. So if family is in the upright but nurtured the wrong thing, once again, they nurtured wealth instead of love. They cared more about the money. Now, some of us invested for security, for the future. Some invested for the future. Some only gave a shit about the present moment and what can I suck off of you right now? What do you have to provide? Tomorrow doesn't exist. We only live once today. What it is. So spirit invocation is over top of higher consciousness. Thank you for that, Spirit. That's what it is. I mean, when you let go of people and give them to the universe, you give their souls to the ancestors, to the angels, to the archangels. They've been waiting for us to do that. They've been waiting for us to break the ancestral curses and let them go. Okay, great. So what happens in hell when you do that? When you do that in the spiritual world, the Pope opens the portal to hell. That's what Linda said, and I'm just going to go with it. I do. I enjoy the gossip. I enjoy the gossip. I enjoy the control factor. I enjoy the control factor, and I know if they're jealous of my spiritual gifts, then they're just going to have to be jealous. I'm not responsible for how somebody feels in sin. Jealousy is one of those unaliving sins. It is jealousy, envy, greed, sloth. That's what it is. Right? What did I want for other people? 5-star reviews. 5-star health, wealth, and abundance. What did I get? Their secrets. What did they go gossip about? The things that they couldn't pin on Pisces. They couldn't pin the tail on the fish. They couldn't pin the tail on the fish, and now they all look like the south end of a northbound donkey. They just do. They just do. Right? You gotta keep in mind, my entire life, the hidden enemies have always had astronomically serious shit happen to them. Astronomically serious. Because they were up to no good in Pisces energy. This Empress energy, this unconditional love of karma obviously causes people problems. Okay, great. So stay away from them. They have problems, and you intensify them by 10 because that's their intentions. It's their intentions. Oh, God, there's somebody with a nice smile. Ooh, he's got pretty eyes. I bet he's a whore. Boom! Now you're a whore times 10. That's what it is. So that's the energy that you see most people in the Pisces collective see that as a woman. See that as a woman that was dealing with human trafficking. Sees that as a woman. No. That's not a female age. Get your gender straight. It's an energy. It's a highly, highly intuitive energy. It's just what it is. That's now obviously causing people paranormal INFJ issues because what they wanted for another is now going back on them. Times 10. That's what it is. Do I think it's funny? No, I'm absolutely wrecked inside. That's why I built a shield, so I don't have to feel their pain. That's why I built a shield, so I just don't have to feel their pain. Scott Morgan can teach you that. Scott Morgan can teach you. He taught me how to build the INFJ shield that most of your group collaboration told you not to use so they could suck your energy. It puts a barrier up so they can't harvest your energy. You got to know what it does and how to use it to know why they don't want you to use it so they can do what they do. They hate that. They hate that. Oh no, they can't siphon the Empress's energy no more? Oh no. How many people are saying that? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So, their prayers haven't been answered, and you got a friend in me. That's what it is. I'm having a blast with this. Is it going to be emotional turmoil to have to watch? Yes. How bad did they want it for you? What you want for another comes back on you. How is Spirit going to show us who our hidden enemies were? We're going to get to see what they wanted for us. Oh my God, they wanted that for me? Oh no. Glad that wasn't me. Fuck. It's not that hard to understand. It's not that understand how a magnet works. It repels times 10. Take a magnet and play with that shit all day. Like attracts like, and then opposites attract, and then there's a repulsion. Okay, great. That's what you're looking at right here. You're looking at an electromagnetic field. You can attract the things you want to you faster, and you can repel. Okay, so what happens? As you're repelling the things that you want to you, little sliver demons just jump all in the way and cause blockages, delays, and then end up squished. They get squished. This is what it is. How do they get squished? Car accidents. That's what you girls are telling me. Car accidents, hauntings, nightmares, poor health. I can't do anything about that. They manifested it. They manifested it with an energy they were just unaware of. And we told them, so they couldn't have been too unaware. They just didn't believe it. That's what it is. If my light triggers demons, then cool. Anyone that has any issue with me, I'm sorry, it's just your demon triggered. Quit being a triggered demon. Leave it well enough alone. You go out there and deal with the people, How long have they been trying to sacrifice this Earth Angel? Wasn't that shit since before Halloween? What a bunch of failures. Good God. Now you got the Pope opening portals just for the Earth Angel to just kind of usher everyone over into it. Shocking numbers. I bet they are. 6 points on an alchemical symbol. That's what it is. I mean, that's the thing is no one had my consent to be in my energy. Right? So when I see these direct spiritual attacks, and generally in tarot, because that's where my focus goes, I listen to you guys so that I can have two to see. If two shall see, so shall it be. That's what it is. So now you've got all these other people. They're too busy trying to figure out how to stop, block, hinder, control, find greed, stop love, do witchcraft and witchery, to read the energy. See, while we're reading the energy and getting down to an understanding of our own journey, it has nothing to do with anyone else. While we're listening to our own personal journey, we hear all these other people just kind of in the way. Why are you in the way? You're on your own soul's journey. However, one of you made a beautiful statement. Yes, new level, new devils. Love, light, and truth is always going to be hated by people. They don't have any love, light, or truth in them. And it causes jealousy. That's what it is. So I'm so sorry. Produce your own love. Produce your own light. Like a firefly. Like a firefly makes that green shit in his butt that goes, bye! Just do that. Just do that in any of the ways that your soul lines your blueprint up to make your ass glow. Just do it. You don't need Botox. You don't need none of that shit. Shine your light. I mean, even the natives use feathers for various different reasons, and now we're finding angel feathers laying all over the place. Put two and two together. Spiritual community. That's what it is. Think about that, right? I mean, where did most of the competition come from? Where is all of the spiritual issues on this planet right now? Where did most of that competition come from? The spiritual community. You think they did a beta test? You think they did a beta test with a bunch of people that didn't understand karma? You think they did? Yeah, now they're in a group calamity. Now they're in group chaos because spiritual businesses come with spiritual karma. You think so? You think? We have a lot of fun with this. And you say something and they get offended because they have something going on behind the scenes they don't want you to know about that's of a dark spiritual nature. Okay, great. Now it's coming to the light. Thank you. You're distancing these karmic energies that don't think before they act. The energy exchange is now in the upright, so we're taking our power back. Love is in the upright, and we cannot show gratitude. Gratitude is upside down. These masculine energies that we're using, glamour spells, love spells, in the background, once you know what they're doing, you just kind of quit paying attention to them. If they're that concerned about you, they'll pick up the phone. No, they're cowards. Plain and simple. They're cowards. 11:11 on the clock. That's what it is. What they did in the dark is now coming to the light, and they're cowards to admit it because they have a glamour image to uphold. I've got to uphold my glamour image instead of what really matters, ascending. Look at all the beautiful shit that God can take from you in a second because you're not. That's what it is. That's what it is. And I mean, we see these things coming. We see these things coming. Because that is what they wanted for you. It's what they wanted for you. They did not want the highest good of all. If they did, they can prove it. They wanted you off the grid. They wanted you off the grid. They wanted you in fear. Because as soon as I see people putting out fear-based shit, I automatically know that they're not for the highest good of all. They're instilling fear in people. Now that we have fear instilled in people, great. We're giving you love, light, and truth and a way out. The only way out is in. If you're not going within, cool, then you're focused on all the shit outside that does not contribute to the highest good of all. That's what it is. Right? And then when I hear Linda, she said that's the facade that they're going to come at you with is under the guise of for the highest good of all. Well, yeah, if the highest good of them, the highest good of all is you and everything around you. They do not exist until you give them power to. Their reality does not exist until you put it out in the universe for them to their projections. Their projections. Right? That's what it is. I mean, you play in the simulation, you have to play by the simulation's rules. Okay, great. Large groups, covens, societies, haters or jealous. Okay, great. That is the reality that they manifested. They manifested covens that fail. They manifested groups that fail. They manifested secret societies that come to the light. They've been telling you follow the light. They followed the light and didn't like what they found. They found love, light, truth, and the way. And they're all pretty much what it is. In a pickle. They're in a Twinkie Wiener sandwich. I posted that on Facebook yesterday. The multiverse of Twinkie Wiener sandwiches. When Bob, that's why a soul practitioner tends to work alone. Relationships get in the way when you're on a purpose. They're a distraction. That's understandable. Kids cause karma. The one person that could change the world, you're changing their diaper at 13. Don't even get me started. Worry not. We are not worried. They did not initiate or attune into the wrong thing. Underneath love is no gratitude. Worry not because they did not initiate or attune to the right thing. And it's the masculine energies that are upside down. They chose money over love. Okay, great. What did they got their choice. They got their choice. Some of us chose God over all of you. What did we get? We got the divine light and ascension. Some people manifest love in their life. Some people manifest money in their life. Some people manifest the divine white light of the Creator. I bet they are jealous. Oh, I got money and no God. Oh, I got love and no God. Oh, look here, I got divine white light and can speak it into existence. In the beginning, the Word was God. Simple enough. So, families in the upright. Yep. That's what it is. Looks like we've got some women without intuition that are all upside down. Their families are in the upright, standing on top of them, just kind of give you a visual. Right? These women that got into competition, this is how their families are looking at them. They're all upside down. The family just, damn, Mom, look what you did now. Oh, shucks. There goes Mom screwing everything up again. Do you know how many times I've heard that? Enough times to be like, okay, look, you're just going to have to find someone else. And they do. It's amazing. It's amazing how they do that shit. And then what happens? And then in my personal reality, then I end up with a tarot readers all across the planet with a bunch of married couples worried about my destiny. Why the fuck would past karmic relationships be having any concern? Well, we're concerned about him. No, you're not. You're concerned about what I'm doing without you. You're worried about what I'm doing with beautiful tarot readers across the planet that are telling your business, and your lies are coming out. And that's sad. Of course that's sad. What is the best medicine? Laughter. You just got to laugh at them. That's fucking what it is. Got to keep in mind, where's that energy that they made fun of that would never made it, that they were trying to block the entire time? Gossiping, blah, 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 blah. Oh, fucking, we can't beat it. We'll just make fun of that. Cool. Make fun of yourselves now. What you wanted for another comes back on you. Oh, shit. I've got cheese whiz on my face. No, that is your husband. Quit worrying about what I'm doing. What spiritual wealth is in that shit is all in the tarot. It's not like I'm not telling anyone anything. Every Pisces reader isn't telling them. Yeah, I'm so sorry that they're wondering what the healer is doing while they're draining the life force energy out of you. Spiritual wealth in the upright. The loving touch is upside down. It's what it is. I mean, when these readers are sitting here talking about marriages breaking up, I understand. Hell, I couldn't deal with them either. Emotions are balanced. The women are upside down, but the emotions are balanced. Now we're dealing with the control factors of the Pope. You guys go have a beautiful marriage. When Linda said when she said the control factor, they're jealous of your spiritual gift, the Pope did some kind of ritual, I'm thinking, it's what it is. It's what it is. How many people have been married by that demon or letting babies sit? It's what it is. If you can't look at them and tell that they've got Kenneth Copeland running all through them, I got demons running all through me. That's what it is. That's why I mirror that shit back to them, and they don't like it. It triggers that demon. You got to balance your light and your dark. They let greed take over and make up every excuse in the world on why it's okay to be energy vampires. They're draining the coffers. All they care about is money over faith. So, change of consciousness is in order, right underneath the higher consciousness. Have you seen my card? We're going to work on a new design one day when I decide to hand cards to people that don't gossip. And if I can, oh, he did what? Oh my God, someone's actually becoming something with their lives while I'm still getting high. Curse you. Look what they did to your brand. That was always my hidden agenda in the background. Oh my God! A business has 5-star reviews and they cursed it. Glad it belongs to you. Look at what they did with your birthright. It's Reiki. Your birthright to heal yourselves and others. Yeah, they cursed that shit. Here you go. Oh, you have to work for it and you're too lazy? It's okay. I'm going to sit here and glow while I wait. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. I mean, it starts out to be something absolutely beautiful and they wanted a horror show. Okay, great. What they want for another is now back on them. When they come to the light for whatever reason they may need, I'm going to tell them that they're absolutely crazy. I can't do anything about your karma. Did you enjoy creating that reality? Right? Are you still trying? And what are they going to do? Retaliate? Right? That's what it is. That's what it is. And then, you've got this guy. You got this guy dropping in yet another reason to distract me with all that energy we've talked about of people that have already failed. They're in disarray. They're getting karma. Okay, great. And then they just showed a notification to prove you ladies right. Another way that they fail because they just don't think. They think with their logical mind. The one part of the brain we can't deal with in QHHT. Of course, they're going to be your arch nemesis. They use the part of the brain that doesn't work in hypnosis. Everybody else gets the past life regressions because they have a soul. People logical have nothing but a program. Logical people run on a program, a hypothesis. It's what it is. They can't logically figure it out, so it doesn't exist. They have no creativity or intuition. They're nothing but a bunch of upside-down masculines, and now they're sick. Where was that health card? Oh, it hasn't come out yet. Underneath the friend in the upright? Yeah, they don't meditate. Meditation doesn't work for me, but my calculator does. Meditation doesn't work for me, but this computer does. Meditation doesn't work for me, but all these scientists at CERN does. Why do you think they're doing these weird-ass experiments without any knowledge of spirituality, without an understanding of spiritual law and past lives? Because they logically can't process it. If they can't see it, it doesn't exist. If they can't calculate it, it doesn't exist. Yet astronomically impossible shit happens. They go, oh, this is just a coincidence. They got down on the quantum level and now they're realizing just how wrong they were. They're looking outside of themselves for the mysteries of the universe, and never once did they go within and get a higher knowing through a crown activation. That's what it is. And you can logically tell them, oh, that's just something that an artist painted. That's just blah, 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 blah. Yeah, right. That was an individual 2,500 years ago that still stands the test of time. You can't figure out. You have every magical story in the world about that person. For 2,000 years, you've been trying to figure out Christ consciousness. Now you've probably got infinity. I got 4 8s this morning. The 8 is the infinity symbol. 4 of those tells me all 4 corners of infinity protection. For us and them, those that broke the spiritual law and the universal laws will never be able to do it again. Energy exchange. Oh, yeah, we got health in the upright. Look at that. That's what it is. Balanced emotions, balanced change in consciousness. They don't meditate. However, karmics with the energy exchange were draining life force energy and didn't think about it. That's what it is. And then you're right, ladies. I mean, because there's more than one of you that's talking about them trying to come in and see how they can fix, not being able to betray an individual. Coming in to see how they can fix, not being able to unblock the divine that is blocking them now. So we can't fix that. There's nothing we can do. Love is in the upright, but gratitude is upside down. And we don't have to remove that negative energy. It is taking care of itself. In a healthy way at that. We're not worried because the initiation and the attunement was never there. That is what is manifested. That's what it is. When you cut off communication and you cut off, it's what it is. You're talking about a breadcrumbing energy to harvest your energy. They breadcrumb you so they can harvest off of you. They tell you one thing because they are doing another. And then what do they have on the back end? What did they have on the back end? Oh, well, you just didn't believe. Fucking nothing exists, but right now, you didn't ascend. Pisces gets to ascend, and you didn't. Prove it. Prove it. Glamour me with some light. That's what it is. And now they're absolutely jealous, obsessed, angry, enraged, furious. That's what it is. What it is. Can they balance that out? Who knows? Lives have been lost and destroyed due to their antics and games. They played games with people's lives, and people lost their lives in the process. So, it has nothing to do with me. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. I have 5-star reviews from taking them down into the death experience, right? They have these wonderful, glamorous lives, and people passing away because of it. So, females upside down. That's what it is. They didn't put their heart into the right thing. I mean, intuition and upright families are going to stand firm. Emotions being balanced and being compassionate, for they know not what they do. That's going to be the determining factor in any of these situations. Is groups, collaborations. I am not a part of any group or collaboration other than the one Bastet said, do not enter. I go to work with a teacher. The minute I find out that they're full of shit, I walk away. I cut my losses and I walk away. The minute I take on a student, they try to take my destiny, and now their hand doesn't work and neither does their knee. With every beautiful tarot reader on the planet talking about how destiny swappers, what they want for another is coming back on them. Did they not want my hand to work? Did they not want me to be able to walk my path? I've read the book Soul Speak by Julia Cannon, and I understand very well how the subconscious mind communicates with you through the only language it knows, pain. So, moving forward, have you read the book Soul Speak by Julia Cannon? I've asked plenty. Matter of fact, every client of mine that I've seen go through a tragic accident, I've referred that book to. Did they read it? Would that book be telling them exactly why they're going through what they're going through right now that I see before me? Because that's all I'm going to do. Did you read the book I asked you to? It's telling you, it would have told you then what you're going through now that I saw then, that you're going through now. But whose fault is it? Well, I just didn't have time. Cool, now you have time to have pain. Harmony and balance is upside down with the change of consciousness in the upright. I bet they are changing their minds. You know, everybody waits until it's too late. Cool, what is the rule of time? That was a beautiful question that you asked. Was that yesterday? Yeah, what is the law of time? Right? When time's up, it is up. When the alarm goes off, the alarm went off. It may keep going off, but that doesn't change the fact that whatever set it off, set it off. It was set off when the alarm went off. When the alarm goes off, it was set off. Whatever happened, happened right then. It doesn't happen later. Just because the alarm is still ringing doesn't mean school didn't start. Well, I didn't hear the alarm until 3 hours later. Yes, but the alarm warned you to be in school within 30 minutes. Now you have failed. You just don't graduate. Now you have to go back to the wheel of karma and do another round. That's what it is. There's nothing we can do about that. The whole point of all of this was to get people off of the wheel of karma. Okay, well, what did they do? They want you to come back. They're energy vampires. They need you. They need you. They don't need you getting off of the wheel of karma. They don't need someone helping you out. Oh, no, 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 no. We have to step in. Before that, we have to lock these people up in a lockdown with a false virus, and then we have to give them some kind of experimental vuxoon, That's what we do to humans. We have to profit. We have to profit off of these people. Meditation's upside down and we achieve sovereignty because of it. When you step out of their matrix with their truth, they do not want someone influencing you. I totally agree with that. That takes you out of their control. That takes you out of their control of junocide. Junocide? Yeah, they like to line y'all up and junocide you. That's what it is. World War II, it's no different. World War II, 100 years ago, was the Great Depression. What was going on then? When they dropped that boom that brought Dolores Cannon's 3 waves of volunteers here, what was going on? Reiki didn't make it into Hawaii, or it did, barely, but it didn't make it into the medical field where it could have grown, where it could have been focused on and grown. Y'all got the Karate Kid. You got Mr. Miyagi instead of Madame Takata. That simple. That's how they did the illusion back then. Now they use YouTube personalities and covens and groups. And then when they can't take the idea from the individual, then they try to publicly humiliate them, shame them, cancel culture, things of that nature. Give a shit about you healing. So that was always going to be my thing. You can say anything you want to about me. Great. Did they get the information to heal? Did it help out anyone else other than you and your control factor, greed, and pain? Health is in the upright. Yep, they're not masters. That's what it is. They are not masters of their craft. These masculine energies are not masters. What are they going to possibly teach you in a group? They're going to teach you group love? That's what it is. That's what it is. Having a competition for love is making losers in love. I told them that. Guess what? They're still doing the competition. Half of them are married. Why are they obsessed? Why would they possibly be obsessed with the Empress energy? Is it because it's glowing? Is it because it's glowing and they're stalkers online because they can't get in that energy anymore? Is that what it is? That's what you girls are saying. And we love that gossip. We love that gossip of calling your power back, and now they can't get in that energy anymore, and now they're addicted to it. Is that what y'all are telling me? So I've got a bunch of demon light addicts running around. Is that what you girls are telling everyone in Pisces Tarot? So I mean, it's what I see. So if that's what you say, and that's what I see, if two shall see, so shall it be. Love is in the upright. Their gratitude is now upside down. I bet they are mad, throwing stuff, worried about their public image for what they did in the dark. However, we don't have to remove that negative energy. They're telling on themselves that Spirit's making sure of it. We don't have to fight with that. This is anger, not. They wanted us to react. That would be the thing. Us reacting or being angry about what they did because that's what they wanted. So now because we're not doing it, it's going back on them. Oh, he's not angry. Oh, I can't feed off of his pain and fear. I can't feed off that energy. They didn't expect to see this side of me. This is the side of me that 4 children's mothers only saw once. The end. You get love, you get a compassion, you get happiness until you get the fucking INFJ door slam and you don't exist anymore. They don't like that. Okay, well, hey, that's what it is. Gotta be me. I gotta be free. You don't like your lives now. And if you do, show me. show me a life you would even be proud of presenting in my reality at this point. That's what it is. We did the best that we could possibly do for you. They're all feeding off of someone else, and it's all in the cards. It's a beautiful thing. It's what you got to keep in mind is why would couples from the past be worried about blocking someone's future that they're not going to be a part of? Think about that. Say that 10 times real fast. Manifestations in the upright, word and spirit. You gotta think about that. When you leave someone and then they see you going somewhere better, the only thing they can think in their mind for the rest of their lives is how better, how green that grass is where they were at. That's fine. It's fine. That's where a lot of the hatred comes in, is the INFJ door slam. Once I slam that door, the Pope opens one. as one door shuts, another one opens. I'm tripping on that. I'll be studying that all day today. More information is needed. More information is needed on the Pope opening portals through rituals and ceremonial magic, witchcraft, whatever you want to call it, is what priests do. That's why they're called the priest for a reason. When you hear high priest or high priestess, that's higher divine white light guidance, true spirituality, not organized religious cults. Thank you for that. the 1 o'clock sales meeting notification. That's what it is. Another way to sell your soul in the spiritual business community. That's why I made sure my contracts were selling your soul to yourself. Accountability versus being bound. Being bound to yourself is a whole lot better than being bound to someone else. It just is. It just is. You only have a you to hate in the end. Hate your own happiness. That's what it is. So we're not worried in the spiritual realm. Ego deaths are their outcome. They initiated or attuned into the wrong thing. The lack of faith isn't even there. Now they have a no. Lack of faith, I mean, you have a lack of faith. You flip that upside down, there's your broken flower. That's what it is. I have faith. There are many, 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 many missed opportunities behind me that will catapult times 10 positive karma, unlimited opportunities to choose from in front of me. These people only see an upside down wilted flower in front of them and probably still want to control, bring it back to life, see what can be grown. It's what it is. You cannot change people. You just change people. When you try to work things, I agree, you said it perfectly yesterday. When you try to work something out with someone from the past and they still try to steer you wrong, you have learned all you need to learn from that person in this lifetime. If they walk away from you in regret, leave them in their regret. They're not going to change. You can't change people. You can't change them. They can only change themselves. So, with their broke down flower, that's what it is. I've got some plants out front that you just probably need some cursed items taken out of the courtyard that you girls keep telling me I caught on ring cam. Yeah, I threw that shit on Facebook. If you're right about one thing, chances are you're right about the candid camera individual that I caught playing around at my front door. It comes with the territory. If you don't have cults falling in the Pope's hole, if you don't have hitmen, if you don't have judges taking bribes, lawyers taking bribes, people in chaos and calamity all around you, chances are you're just not telling the truth. Chances are your 5-star reviews of love, light, health, wealth, and abundance are just causing chaos, calamity, judges' bribes, attorneys taking bribes. Who knows? Who knows what the hell these people are doing? That's why we're focusing on ourselves and keeping our boundaries strong as they lose their power, as their ego deaths sit over top of something they know that they cannot bring back to life, and their power is being taken away as the masculine energies. That'll be your determining factor, is men can't create shit. Masculine energy can't create shit. Demons have to feed off of off of creative ideas, off of creative energy, off of the Empress energy, off of a master teacher, Madame Takata. So anytime you think about who they blocked, who they stopped, who they tried to destiny swap, who they tried to block, impede, molest. You think of Dolores Cannon. They tried to copy Dolores Cannon, and they tried to spiritually bypass the works of Madame Takata. Yeah, that'd be a beautiful visual image for you to continue with today. So, that's what it is. A woman who could absolutely do anything, create anything, and all of that information came from a little voice inside her head that just said the surgery was not necessary. So, the teachings that she brought that were blocked from you by Hiroshima, Nagasaki, that brought in the 3 waves of volunteers. Let's just look at it one more time. Even a better card. You think of Madame Takata I just showed you with sovereignty, Dolores Cannon's legacy. She's been telling you since the 60s about instant healing. You not knowing, whose fault is that? You not having a session, whose fault is that? Now it's too late, whose fault is that? That's what it is. You have no one else to blame but yourselves. So, Madame Takata was smart enough to get up off of the surgery table, walk across the street, and be healed by group Reiki sessions. She was smart enough to do that, and then became the first female master of the entire situation, and brought it to America. So that's what it is. I'm going to sit here and give a history of Reiki study to someone. However, it is the first is always the last. The last is always the first. Right? They've been silencing Dolores Cannon since the 60s. They have copied her face. Me, I advertise in a restaurant right next to Dolores Cannon's face. Why? Because I'm a level 2 practitioner with permission from the creator to do so. Went in the forum. He gave public, you can use my template. We share here. We're all practitioners here. Now what do you have? AI. You've got AI bots with Dolores Cannon's face telling you everything that's not hypnosis. Their agenda. Their alien agenda. I've seen Julia Cannon come out with information warning us about that. Okay, great. They're doing it to everyone. AI has no soul. It's the Antichrist consciousness. They think they're not going to get karma for it, yet they are. That's what it is. However, the more they can do to slow you down your awakening, the more they can make in funeral costs. The more they can make in insurance premiums. The more they can make in profit, the more they can slow down your healing, the more they can profit on your illness. It's not that hard to figure out. Namaste. The more you depend on them, the more money they make. Namaste. Part 2.